Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the Commentary Zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. On the docket today, this is our sad day. We're doing Married at First Sight, Australia, Season 11, Episode 37 and 38. I have that listed wrong, so I'll correct that later. But that goes to show you how sad I am that this season has come to an end. Right now, this is the final dinner party and the grand finale reunion. Hot mess, sloppy editing, but they gave you the villains, they gave you the comeback story. They gave you the I don't cares. Everybody came back except Madeline.
Right.
And I guess she had issues, but wouldn't it have been even funnier if she showed up?
Right.
All right, well, let's dig in first to the dinner party. Hold on. Okay, so this is the big reveal. We see at the top of the episode, Jono and Ellie are together. I can't with these two. It's been 4 weeks since the experiment ended, so everyone's back for this dinner party. We get a little catch up on almost everybody that we care about and that we don't care about. And then we see everyone arriving to a new venue. They're not at the warehouse. They're at a new venue for this special gathering. Lou arrives first, then Jaden and Eden, Tristan, Timothy, Lauren, Cassandra, Andrea, Richard, Sarah and Tim, Jade and Ridge, Collins, Ash, Ben, Natalie, Michael, Stephen, Tori and Jack are together. Last but not least, Jono and Ellie walk in, and I swear some people nearly had a conniption.
My whole thing is this. I'm not sure why, because we all kind of knew that they were together. Like we knew John was lying. Period. Period.
Well, I troll in the gutters of this particular franchise, and apparently production had to do a lot of last minute re-editing because Jono and Ellie did not keep their relationship a secret.
Oh.
So I think they gave them an even bigger villain edit than they should have gotten. And then they told them, on top of that, production told Jono and Ellie, don't tell anybody, even Lauren. And what made matters worse, I think Jono really showed his actual personality, because it seemed to me, especially at the dinner, Jono was telling things to Ellie with a distinct slant against Lauren that made Ellie eagerly nip onto it and then attack Lauren.
Agreed. Because here's my thing with Ellie, and this is where I'm irritated with her. Like, this is just who you are. And what took me back when I was watching her and how she was acting, I'm not sure if you went down this path, but I want to know your thoughts. When Ellie was acting the way she was acting, I'm like, was Ben onto something? Is this the Ellie that Ben saw? Now Ben's an asshole. Let's not play those type of games. We know that. But assholes can tell the truth as well. So I'm looking at it like, is this the Ellie Ben was talking about?
I think he had a point. And Jono confirmed that throughout the season, because Ben said Jono was saying bad things about him to her to turn her against him, right?
Exactly, right.
He wished her good luck, but he said he had a problem with Jono, which was true, because he kind of was interfering in your relationship.
He was instigating.
Now,
and then Ben was doing all fine on his own. Ben was doing all fine on his own. He didn't need no help, but
He was, but Ellie's the type of person that feels validated if somebody's confirming what she thinks she's seeing.
right, 100%.
And you know what I also wondered while looking at how she was behaving during that dinner and how Jono was saying, I don't give a shit about anybody. Lauren's putting on this act so people can feel sorry for her. She never liked me. I was like, wait, yes, she did. Because how are you having sex with her, but yet texting this other woman? And the next episode really highlighted something to me where I really think that Jono, this is like what he does with every woman. He lies
Right.
to them and gets them to do, like, he's the perfect gaslighter. He really is. I was very disappointed in Jono, but then again, that's how you got to 40 and no marriage, no family, no nothing. You're not to be trusted. And Ellie, I think the way you were popping off at Lauren at the table, are you upset or some shit she was asking her? I was like, Ellie, if somebody did this to you, how would you feel? You're coming in here and you're attacking this woman, and this woman has never done anything to you. All of Lauren's anger was to Jono, not to you. But yet you came in guns a-blazing. And that told me that was a guilty conscience because you knew how you was texting to Jono while he was in a relationship with another woman. And you were probably taking everything that he was saying at face value instead of double checking it to find out what was going on.
And then Lauren, I'm glad Lauren said that. She's all like, "Girl, like, why can't you? I have no issue with you. So
Mm-hmm.
why can't you speak?" I'm like, "Agreed." She's like, "I'm not mad at the other chick. I'm mad at him." Like, and she made excellent point. Like, you could have taken me aside. We could have a grown woman conversation. Blah blah blah. But this just shows Ellie's immaturity.
When
And
Lauren said hello and Ellie said, "Where's the?" And I was just
exactly.
like, how old are you, girl? How old are you? And then constantly stating how happy and in love they are.
After
That
three
made
weeks.
that everybody started like, wait, what? After one, everybody started counting. But did you catch on the audio? Richard asking somebody, didn't you know? As if he knew.
Right.
Jaden was real quiet. I feel they edited out a lot of the stuff that Jaden might have said.
Right. Because Jaden was here for the mess.
Yeah, but his time was over. Job complete.
Right. All right. I was with Jaden and Eden. I liked them and the mess they brought, but their
Mhm.
execution was flawed for me. That's all. But you did what you're supposed to do.
Mhm. Oh my god.
But
This
Lauren, I was proud of Lauren because I was waiting for her just to go in on Ellie, and I like the fact that she said that, "Girl, like, I have no issue with you. You're after my sloppy seconds. What are you talking about?" I was like,
exactly.
"Well," I was like, "Well."
Mm-mm. Okay, so hi Tracy, hi Farmata. The grounds look really nice. Oh, okay, hold on. Hi Crazy Cat Mama. Thank you so much, my love. Let's see who else is in here. Okay, hold on. Got a comment here. Tracy says Sarah's reaction was so extra. Who cares about Sarah? Lies, lies, lies. How Jono threw Tim under the bus though? Damn.
John throws everybody on the bus, though. Everybody.
But Timothy sat there and said the deflection. I love. Tracy
But
said I felt bad for Ellie when she was with Ben, but girl, this Ellie that showed up though was a mess. Her and Jono deserve each other. Yes, they do. Let's see, avoiding eye contact. Great show last night. Oh, thank you, avoiding eye contact. We had a good show last night on Heidi's channel. She invited Cynthia
yeah,
and
I skimmed in
Kelly.
Kelly. I skimmed
Yeah.
through to see what's going on. I have to go watch it
Did you see
tomorrow.
the part with the ball slapping?
No, I'm watching it tomorrow.
Yeah, we kind of ugh. And I remember telling Heidi when she told me that she was inviting them, I was like, "So they know what kind of show Thursday is, right?" And she's like, "Well,
Right.
yes, Cynthia does." I was like, "Well, what about Kelly?" And she's like, "I guess so." I go, "Okay." So I didn't day drink at all.
Uh
I
huh.
didn't day drink. I reserved my alcoholic beverages for the show. I came prepared with a bunch of snacks, and I was just gonna be there. I was gonna be good. And then Heidi brings on ball slapping, and it was just out of the window after that.
Oh, I look forward to being entertained.
It was fun though. It was fun. Um, but thank you again, avoiding eye contact. It was fun for me too. Tracy says, I'm convinced that they did a TLC edit job on this for sure. Yeah, they were punishing Jono and Ellie for ruining the story.
Right.
Like sort of breaking the NDA because they came out with their relationship back in December, and the
Yeah,
show
the picture,
starts.
yeah, the
Mhm.
picture because the pictures were out in the pictures were out before the season. That's how
Yes,
everyone knew.
and that's a big no-no. A big no-no. They would have gotten a better edit at the end, but production decided to get them back by changing that up, which when you get the villain edit like how they did, it's going to impact like future business opportunities,
Uh-huh.
endorsements, stuff like that. Like they're going in on her esthetician clinic because Ellie is a esthetician nurse or something like that, and she's a co-owner of her salon, and they are going in on her.
Oh, for sure. She deserves it.
But guess who had to stand up and come to Ellie's defense? None other than Lauren, the one that you treated like pond scum.
Mm-hmm.
Ciao. All right. So who else is in here? Yes. Then thank you, Tracy. Crazy Cat Mama says, Debbie, Lord, you had to bring up the some. Yes, I did, but I kept the other part quiet about what you want to do when you go to Reno, though. Yes, Kelly's mind was blown. Oh my god. What's Heidi's channel? Oh, thank you, Jamal, for putting that up there. On Thursday nights, I join Heidi for cocktails with Heidi, and we just don't really have a form or format. We just talk about whatever Heidi wants to talk about, and we have a drink or two or three, whatever. But yeah, it's a cute time. So come and join us if you have time on Thursday nights. I know it might be a little late for you since you're in the UK, but you can watch us on the replay. Um, Tracy, I agree. She deserves it. That mean girl immaturity was unnecessary. Yes, please keep that quiet. But unfortunately, Crazy Cat Mama, you have all your posts in the live, which should be up and running now on the replay. What else happened? So they sit down for dinner. They didn't keep them in the cocktail party too long. They was like ding 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 ding, dinner is served. It was like the prize fight had started. Everybody
Lucinda,
sitting down
though.
quiet.
I
Lucinda
love
started off well.
Lucinda just like, we're not gonna even do this. Let's just call. We're all here. Let's talk about it. And I love that about her. She's like, we're not gonna even say it. She's on the no. She saw no one was talking. She's like, we're not doing this. We pulling it all
Mm-hmm.
out there. So,
Yep, she was
and I
like, "Can
love
we
the
address Lauren's feelings?"
yes. And she's like, she's on one hand, I'm happy like for you two, blah blah blah. I'm glad I'm happy you're happy, but
Mm-hmm.
also in the same breath, Lauren is hurt. The two can exist together. I'm like, thank you. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you for saying that. And like Ellie was just hilarious. She's like, I'm so happy. I'm like, I'm so happy I've met John. Blah 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 blah. And I'm looking at her like,
But
you real
wait.
thirsty. You real thirsty, girl.
But Jack came right in. Jack was like, when did it start? I was like,
Right?
oh. And then they say 1 full week after the vows. And then they were like, they had a 10-hour date. Jono feels like Lauren is faking when she started to cry. I think Jack also asked, like, when did you kiss? Like, he was
Yeah.
going in on the questions. And no one could believe, like, he spent like 8 hours at coffee with her. And then
6 hours, yeah.
it seems like they had sex that day.
Right. But did you see the look on, I think it was Eden and Jayden's face every time Jono would answer a question, and like their face was just like, bitch.
But that's why
No.
when I saw that, I was like, how is he so quiet? And then I said, editing. They edited him out because he's been loud and out of control with Tim and Sarah. So why
Mm-hmm.
wasn't he boisterous about this too? I think they allowed Jack to take the questions because it just sounded better than the aggressive tone from
With
Jaden
Jayden.
at this point.
The
A
looks on
hot
there,
mess.
I kept watching the looks, and they kept panning over to Jayden. I'm like, why are y'all
Mm-hmm.
panning over to Eden and Jayden so much? I'm like, what's been cut out?
Mm-hmm. Also, if they give good face,
That too.
because you notice that out of the girls, um, Sarah, Lauren, and Eden, they think give good face because they've got those injectable lips.
And
So it's
Tori.
always like
And Tori gets good.
Tori does the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes, fair.
She does the eyes. She's just like,
Her,
she always does these eye
she be
rolls
killing
that
me.
are, but she's got really pretty eyes, but she knows how to use them. The artificial lips are the other three. And Cassandra, like, she just does a, but
Mm-hmm.
she left earlier. So, oh, this dinner party, my God. But Sarah brings up a really good point. She says, okay, but those texts meant that there was intent that
Mm-hmm.
sets off Jono and Ellie. And that's where Jono just lets it all out. Tim, I'm sorry, but
Right.
I know you didn't want to say yes.
And Tim was sitting
But
there like, and Tim was like mute the whole time too. That was the hilarious part. I'm looking at him like,
here's the thing. Wasn't this the part where Tim no Jono gives a hint of what it is, but then Jaden is the one who says that Jono told him that Tim's told Jono that he would have left Sarah at final vows if he had more time.
wasn't that before the dinner though? Yes, because they were talking about the gossip. It was before dinner.
It was before dinner. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty confident it was before dinner
All right.
because
So that was at the cocktail party.
I want to say yes, because remember they were talking about how
Perfect.
they were like how Sarah and Tim are
They were
portraying
shocked
like,
that they were still together.
yes, because remember it was Eden, Jaden, and Lauren on the couch,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because Lauren had said that she had hung out with Tim and Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Jaden brought up like, well, Tim's been saying that, like, if he had more time, he might have left
Mm.
Sarah, that he regrets it. So yeah, it was them on the couch. And that's when,
Okay, so then Jono drops the complete bomb to
yes,
deflect because that's when Timothy said deflection when he outed what Tim said.
right.
My God, they can't have the same names on this show. It's just so ridiculous. But I did okay. Based on the few weeks that we have gotten to know Tim and Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he does need more time to marinate on his decisions because he's still hurt by what happened previously and then to have it repeated this time. I could understand why he would say that.
But his talking heads, he said that, and they cut that out. They didn't
Yeah.
replay that part for the audience to see.
But his vows said it all too. He
Yes, but
repeated everything that
mm-hmm.
he did to him. And to me, that says that's still fresh.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like his vows said everything, but normally they would go back and play the clips of his talking head in
Mm-hmm.
that part before the vows. But they didn't play that part, and that part is key. And
Mm-hmm.
I get what he's saying, but I'm not defending Sarah on this. But she has a point. You can't say you forgive me and keep rehashing everything. I agree with her that because
Yes.
when you do that to
And
me, because I've had people do that to me, I'm like, you can't say, okay, yeah, I said something the way you didn't like. I apologize for that, but the sentiment still stands. You can't say I forgive you and then keep bringing that up. I just cut you off. Bye. No.
another thing that I thought she had a point on, if they're a couple and you're having doubts about me, you should come to me and not like spread
Jono, of all
gossip.
people.
Yeah, I
But
would
it's
have been
not
hurt by
gossip.
that.
Right, but it's
But
not
it
gossip though,
came
because
across as gossip.
it did, but it only came across as gossip because she didn't know it came from Tim directly. Once it came from Tim directly, she's like, hold up.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't agree with Sarah on a lot, but I agreed on that. Like if you're in a intimate relationship with somebody and they're having an issue with you, come, let's talk it out like
You should always
adults.
go to that person first. Always.
But then again, the way how she behaved, like how she did, like a donkey's jackass, skinning up all her skirts, all her petticoats, and airing
But
herself out.
that's what the experts said. They're like, oh Lord, you know how we all know how Sarah gets when she feels backed in the corner and blindsided. But with
It
Sarah,
was
with
just a mess.
I agree with Sarah on most things outside of her relationship. When it comes to her relationship, I disagree with her, and it's too funny.
But again, the screen time hog and Sarah actually fell for the bait and started carrying on like a brouhaha, and detracted from what the main issue was. And I'm just like, girl, stop. You're not that interesting. And your husband is like a wet sock. Ew. Okay. Even Lauren had to go in and help her. Like I never see Sarah help anybody genuinely, but everybody goes to help her. I don't get it. I don't get it. What do
No,
you guys
no,
say?
no. Now, Sarah, to Sarah's credit, when it comes down to the sisterhood, she's there for them. I'm not going to take that away from her. I
Just
would
for
never do
camera
that.
time. I said genuine.
Well, she's genuinely doing for the camera time. Okay, work with Sarah. I'm trying to help you here, so we're gonna say it like that.
Stop. Stop helping her. There's no helping her. Lies with John and Ellie's relationship. They definitely did the dirty right
Oh,
away.
she no,
Yeah.
that was confirmed. She confirmed it. She's like, oh, we had a great time that night. I'm like, well,
Yep. Yep. But again, you felt that comfortable to go to town with him because you had already established a relationship via text.
mm-hmm.
And I question, where the fuck was Jono while Lauren was getting the surgery? Was he staying home by himself every night?
Oh,
Okay. Tim was like,
oh
he's
my
stuttering like
gosh, Ellie was a
crazy.
mess. I
I think
mean,
he
how
also
you
asked the
gonna sit
question,
there and
did you?
confirm you slept with him on the first coffee date? He didn't buy no dinner.
I don't understand why she thought that that whole scenario made them look great.
She was real confident too. Like she,
She came over as like real thirsty to me. I got a man. I got a man.
right? I'm so happy with Jono. I'm so happy with Jono.
And like
Blah blah
they
blah
in
blah blah.
love.
No, but she looks like she's in love.
I know. Oh my god. It's just
And I'm
painful.
looking at Ellie like, how you get him is how you lose him. So you better check his phone for other text messages. Just
Mm.
saying.
How you get him is how you lose him. Mm.
Always.
Tracy, they should have left in everything and did another part to get everything in there. I was disappointed because we know damn well this was a bad edit. Shame on you. Ugh.
But you know what? It was a bad edit. Okay, it's a bad edit for those of us who are reality TV veterans.
Mm-hmm.
We can see a bad edit. So that's what makes it all the
But
worse.
this is all Jono and Ellie's fault.
Yes.
I bet you it would have been it would have been a lot better if they had left it how they originally had it.
Right.
Okay. I think Jamal's a little frozen, but I'm still hearing you, right? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you perfectly.
Okay.
Let me
All
go out and
right.
come back.
You sure? Okay. Oh. Alrighty, so let's just go through some of these. Thank you for confirming that he was frozen, Tracy. I thought it was just me. Ellie kept. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. And you're not frozen anymore. Thank you. Thank you. Ellie kept insisting that she was happy. Wow, so naive, no emotional intelligence, not a nice person. Where was her cousin? What her cousin think about Jono?
Oh, Jordan? Yeah.
Where was he? I would have loved to seen him.
But with her, I'm looking at her like, what in your mind tells you this is okay? Because here's the whole thing with this. If she has any female friends, all y'all need to watch a man. Because she sees no problem with texting other people's men.
Mm-hmm. It's really weird how she thought that was appropriate and okay. It's really weird. But
and I want to see. I think they cut some of Lauren out too. I think they edited Lauren down because she don't back down, and you're not gonna talk to Lauren any kind of way. And I'm looking at this like, Lauren, we gonna lay her flat.
I think this hit her harder than she thought because she had actually started falling for Jono and she restarted intimacy with him. Then to see this and it triggered her from her last relationship. Remember, she said she had a partner who was diddling and doing texting and everything. She was the last one to know. And it went on for a prolonged period of time. This was it just hit a little too close to home. And I think she was trying to, I think production knew this was going to hit her really hard because they know all of their weaknesses. And I think what really killed her was that he had sex with her and she was suspecting that he was texting with Ellie. And whether her name was mentioned or not, it was just the betrayal.
Right.
And then she was kicking herself for not listening to her gut because from the beginning she knew there was something wrong with him, but yet she still let him in.
I agree. And I want her just to go off and not like, John or whatever, but I want her to go in on Ellie really bad. Just go off on her. She deserves it. She deserves it.
More, her behavior was not appropriate. Took the words out of my mouth, Farmata. Oh, yes, facts. Okay. Lauren did start falling for Jono. Yeah, for Marta, I really feel so. And she's a good girl, So what? She's got a filthy mouth. I like it.
She's hilarious. She's fun.
She just didn't deserve that. In punishing Jono and Ellie, they really hurt Lauren.
Right.
Next. Okay, so now that was the dinner party. That's all the notes I took from the dinner party. Did anything else happen?
No, because it was very Ellie, Jono, Lauren focused.
Good Lord. Well, next is episode 38, grand finale. I guess it's the day after they reassemble back at this meeting space. Final reunion. everyone comes in with the exception of Madeline. And first up, oh my God, Jono and Ellie sit together and she is so annoying. The experts welcome everybody. They run a montage clip of all the weddings and what people were hoping for. And then first up on the couch, Lauren and Jonathan. Holy cow. But they bring in the big guns for these two. Alessandra's doing all of the questioning.
Yep.
All of the questioning. And I was here for it. What did she start off saying? She asks about Ellie and Jono. He says that he called Ellie to warn her about what happened. Why would you have to warn her if nothing happened? That was the first giveaway for me. So Sarah brings up again the intent with regards to all of those texts. Alessandra wants to know if he reached out to other brides. He goes, "Oh, I reached out to other people." She goes, "No, brides."
Right.
He's like, I don't even think he answered it.
He kept trying to spin it. She's like, "Why Ellie?
Why Ellie? Yeah, why
I was
Ellie?
hollering."
He said he's a caring person and wanted to know if she was okay. Alessandra asked Lauren about her feelings, and Lauren says that she was embarrassed. Ellie didn't say hello, but then Ellie interrupts and says she didn't care. And Alessandra shuts her down and says, "Lauren's speaking."
That was hilarious. Oh, I was there for that.
When she let Lauren finish, she goes back over to Ellie and says, "Okay, so explain." Then Ellie recalibrates and she says that she was so overwhelmed. She didn't see the need to speak to Lauren. I think you got it right the first time, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got it right the first time. Sarah says that she should have cared. Ellie's like, "Why?"
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "John, I don't give a fuck. I got my man.
Right.
I'm trying to get a baby."
Exactly.
Lauren says that she doesn't care that they're together, but it's the text, and someone could have let her know. Blame production on that.
Mm-hmm.
Ben then chimes in. We forgot to talk about Ben at the dinner, because didn't he speak up at the dinner and said he had the problem with Jono?
Right.
Yeah, so kudos to Ben on that, because I think he had a valid point with that. Ben says that it was obvious. Ellie said that this was also at the dinner too. She said that she told Ben she thought that Jono had a crush on her, but Ben has said that she said that she thought he liked her. So that was further confirmation for Lauren as well.
Mm-hmm.
Ben thinks, and he reiterates during the couch session, that he feels that there was a crush going on during the experiment between the two of them. Then Alessandra goes back about the... She just keeps on asking these questions regarding the text, not knowing her till the call. Because if you're texting that much, you're trying to say that you didn't know Ellie as an individual until this supposed call after the experiment. And Allie wants to know how serious it is. Is he falling in love with Ellie? Let's see. Is he? And he says he's on a path to that. Tori says it's been 3 weeks.
Exactly.
Alessandra says, Ellie, to Ellie, how serious is she? And, what are her feelings? And she agrees that it's leading down the path of falling in love. Alessandra can't believe that all of this is happening after one phone call.
Right.
And I think that's what she's trying to correlate, that, yeah, this is an accelerated process, but at least you're in your faces 24/7. That one phone call could not have changed this. They got to know each other during the text, and I don't understand why they couldn't admit to that.
And that's what Lauren said. She's all, we don't need to keep doing this. When they were on the couch together, her and Jano.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't know why. You guys don't have to do this. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I agree.
Then they run the clip of their relationship throughout the experiment. And when they get to the part where it's homestay week. Now remember, during homestay week, Jono and Ellie are all into the texting. They way up into the hundreds of texts now. They know each other. They've been texting for weeks. And when Lauren says we had sex, they pan to Ellie's face. Ellie didn't know. Ellie didn't know that he was fucking Lauren while they was talking on the text. That shook her.
Her face dropped. Her face, her whole face cracked. I was like, ooh.
And that confirmed it for me that he been running game on Ellie. Ellie, how you get them is how you gonna lose them. You losing your good business and your reputation over a scumbag like Jono. Good on you, girl. Your cousin is not helping you at all. At all. Let's see. Ellie is sitting there laughing at Lauren being hurt. Laughing. This is showing the character. Ellie couldn't do nothing to me with my face. Nothing. They list out all of Jono's lies regarding Ellie, lying about her. Child, everyone is uncomfortable after watching that clip package. Uncomfortable. All the others call him out. He's surprised that Lauren was hurt, but she says, don't deflect it onto her. Lauren doesn't regret coming to the experiment. Alessandra thanks them for participating. That was the best final couch session I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God.
The way they put that together with every single lie. I was like, yeah, and I was like, I can't wait to reunion so Ellie can tell you the same thing. I'm like, oh.
Okay. Especially after hometown visit, Lauren was turning big time and letting down the walls. Yep. What happened to Ridge? Him and Jade look like old porn stars from the 70s. Well, there's an issue with them. And I think that was one of the edits too. Because saw that article I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ridge seems to be problematic. And I think that's why we didn't get to see much of them. Tracy says, I love when Alessandra put Ellie in check, even if only for a moment. It was great. Ellie was being rude. She was letting I got this man go to her head and thought that she was running shit. He's not that in a bag of chips. Sorry. Ellie was a joke and showed her ass. Yes, Tracy. Oh, Susan, I'm glad that you're here. Welcome, my dear. Ben was so funny. That was the best from his mouth the whole season. Yup. Did you see the clip of him sitting on the toilet? Looking at one of their local gossip magazines that had Ellie and Jono on the front saying, finally, we can be free to be us. he tears out a piece of the magazine that I guess has their information on it. He has his pants down, sitting on the toilet, and he takes the page and he wipes his ass and goes, ah, and continues reading.
Damn.
The first time that I actually liked bed. Tracy, 3 weeks, 2 days, 13 hours, 23 minutes. Tracy, you a mess. A mess. Farmata, the lies of Ellie and Jono. Yep. Yes, Ellie's face fell. The real Ellie. What makes it strange is the fact that Jono keeps a straight face with his lies. That's because, okay, remember when Jono first came in and said that when he was younger, he used to be very angry and he had to learn how to suppress his emotions. And that's why he's just so monotone and everyone's lovely. Everyone's lovely and no real opinion on anything, very neutral. I think we saw 20-year-old Jono on this.
Right.
So whatever suppressant you took, it wore off.
Right.
I real Jono. It was good. Sad it's over. Yeah, me too, Susan. But there's always next season. Next up on the couch is Sarah and Tim, and we have John who handles this couple. Let's see. John asked him about what he said to Jono, what came out last night at the dinner about if he had had more time when it came to final vows, he might have said a different answer. And Tim says post final vows that he had more time. Post final vows that if he had more time, he might have said something different. So he confirms it. But I think he's wishy-washy in his decision making in general.
Agreed.
He's a waverer because I don't think he's very confident in
Agreed.
that. And let's see. It was a battle between his head and his heart. He was doubting a long-term future with Sarah. Sarah says she didn't know, so it was a complete shock to her. And I understood where she was coming from with that, but don't milk it, girl. John asked Jono why he ratted out Tim. And Jono says that Sarah is a bit daunting. And it goes along with what Jono said the night before at the dinner, where he said, everyone here thinks that you could do better than Sarah.
Right. And no one disagreed with him though. That's the thing. No one said he was wrong. I was like, well.
Then we see the video clip of their relationship. It didn't go well. And we see Cassie in that clip disparaging Sarah. And John is like, what's that about? And this is where bad editing went in, because she says that all she could say is that she's fake. She's nothing lies, nothing good comes out of her. Da da da. Michael steps up and had her back too. And then Ellie jumps in, unnecessary. Nobody want to hear from you.
Right.
We talking to the two people of color on this couch. And I was reading the comments on IG, and there were a lot of people saying that Cassie just wanted Tim. Okay, no. And Sarah's there yelling at Cassandra saying, I haven't even spoken to you ever in this experiment. Bitch, no. You yelled at her. You yelled at her, just like how you yelled at Michael. Mind you, Sarah been in altercations with everybody on this couch. But the way how she spoke to Cassandra, when Cassandra apparently mispronounced her name, That was derogatory. When Cassandra said to Tim, not to Sarah, to Tim, are you intimidated or scared by Sarah? And he was like, yeah. Sarah was pissed. They never included Cassandra in any of their girl things. There were so many racial overtones in how Sarah treated Cassandra. They had to edit out the reasons why Cassie was saying what she was saying about Sarah. And then, of course, the altercation with Michael. Sarah always want to be up in the scene. And in the way how she spoke to him. Nobody could get in Sarah's business, but she want to get in everybody else's business. That's why he clapped back at her and put her in her fucking place. She deserved it. She deserved it. Oh. And then Ellie, I don't know what Ellie had to do with this. But yeah. Ellie, you left at episode 5, like how you said, when you called somebody a fucking cunt at the table. Because I found out, I thought that was to Lauren at first, but it was to Sarah. Because it was over her intention comments. Sarah kept on saying it over and over again. But they made it seem like she was saying it to Lauren. But it wasn't. She called Sarah a fucking cunt. Child, Ellie just came off so bad in these last 2 episodes. Oh my god! But anyway, I think because Cassandra gave her reasons why, but they were too racially inflammatory.
Right.
So they got edited out. They just made Cassie look stupid. And I don't know why people think that she wants Tim. Yeah, she might like Tim's type, but remember, Cassie wants a man that's going to lead her.
Right.
And she's calling out Tim for being scared.
Right. Thank you.
That she ain't even scared of. So any sexual tingling that Cass might have had for his facial, thing, his body type or whatever, I think she liked Tristan more than she liked him after calling him out as being weak. Now, if Ash had stepped forward, I think those two, and he had an interest in her. So I think those two would have done good together. The only thing that Ash has a problem with is his height.
I mean, well, you said it, so.
Yeah, and looking like, what did I say? A dollar store. What's his name? Oh my God, from Marvel Comics. The one that has the claws in his hand.
Oh,
Jackman. Wolverine. Yeah, dollar store Wolverine. Oh my God. Hi, Flower Power. Welcome. Let's see. Sarah admits, let's see. What did Sarah admit to? Nothing. Did she apologize again on this couch?
She said, I know I hurt Tim and blah, blah, blah. It was the same old with Sarah.
Yeah. And then Tim caves again and calls her wifey.
Yes.
They are so annoying. Like, I want to see his new girlfriend, because he does have a new girlfriend and she is Hispanic. So he does have, he has a type. My goodness. So they thank them for participating and they send them along their way. Eden and Jaden are next. Jaden gives the experts a gift of Polaroids.
I hollered. You know what? You a mess.
But yeah, oh my God. You have to admit he has a good sense of humor. He's such a refreshing change from Mitch. They're still together. They live in the Gold Coast, just a few miles from each other. And they're talking about dogs and kids and blah, blah, blah. They don't even bother to show the clip for them. Go back to the couch. Thank you for
Right. Exactly.
Next up, we have Jack and Tori. And John decides to handle these two. Once that happened, I knew
Oh,
this wasn't going to end well.
oh,
And word on the curb is that they walked off multiple times.
really?
Multiple times. Yeah, it wasn't just the one time. They walked off multiple times, and they were like, Tori was having serious issues during this come to Jesus. Um she says, well, he asked them about the relationship, and Tori says that being outside of the experiment, they began to flourish. Then John runs the video montage of
Okay.
their relationship.
I was embarrassed for her.
She couldn't even look at it, holding up the
No,
cushion. Oof. Oof.
but when they played that clip, I was just like, oh, and did you know everyone on the couch were like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
And when he told her good job, I was like, wow.
It was almost like that's how you talk to a pet.
Yes, like good girl, good girl. Here's a treat.
It was so
And
weird.
and when they got done with the clips, the silence from everyone and the
The
experts,
face.
they looking at her like, okay.
Yeah, it's worse than we thought. I think it's the final vows that really took everyone out, though, because most of it they were party to,
Right.
but the
But then the
final
final
vows
vows
were horrible.
and her reaction, Tori's reaction when he said like, I'm gonna take a chance on you, she's like, and
And
it was
not
like that
only
was
that,
weird. Everyone was like, that was weird.
oh wait, and then when she said, "Yeah, his vows weren't that great, but I'm only gonna pay attention to the good bits."
Right. I was still trying to find them.
The one line where he said he gonna stay with you, because nothing else before that was good.
And they spared her about by not putting his clients in the clips where they just read her for filth. I'm like, oof.
Liz. Oh my
Yeah, I'm like, y'all spared her because y'all left that clip out. Thank you, because that was
god.
horrible.
Wow.
And he set her up for that too.
I don't know. I don't
Mm,
know.
Susan, she just doesn't get it. To me, it's the most low self esteem that I have ever seen. Yes, and you can see the way Tori dresses. Did you see how plain she was up there looking?
She's never been good at her outfits though. Not
She
like
has,
the
but she looked at real tired in these episodes, like real tired.
but I think the both of them gave up on dressing because the last few couch sessions he was showing up in worn out t-shirts. I don't think they really care about this experiment.
No,
Um
Jack just cares about giving half his rent paid. But anyway, um,
well,
she just looked so bad. Like she couldn't
oh my
even watch
god.
it. Like you said, she couldn't even watch it.
She
Like
couldn't.
you talking all this mess and how you and Jack are together and you're strong and you can't watch some clips. Okay,
Because nobody wants to see that. You're supposed to be this big, strong woman, and that's what you're accepting.
who
Okay,
said
girl.
that though? Who brought that up? Oh,
I think
was
it was
it
John,
was it
probably,
John who said that? Like
probably because he liked throwing salt in wounds.
because he's like, you're the strong woman and blah blah blah, but we're not seeing that strength here. I'm like, oof.
Hmm. So
I'm
he
like,
asked
well,
Tori. He's like, "What's going on?" After they see the clip, and Tori's just like, "I want to leave." And like the video was very confronting for her. Jack calls it the low lights and shit to watch. Well, what do you think about us having to watch it?
but then that's all
uh,
you gave us. That's all you
yep,
gave us.
yep. John runs down all of Jack's errors throughout the season, and says that the reason why I'm doing this is to hold you accountable so that you'll learn from them. And then he asks, "What did you learn?" And Jack responds to think before he speaks.
I was like, well,
Tori says, no one believed that their relationship was real. John says, Tori, as a strong woman, um, what this is where he brings up that strong woman part. Um, uh, she just didn't like being called out. I don't think
mm-mm.
she is a strong woman in her relationship. She might feel she's one at work, but not in this particular relationship. Um, she says she knows who Jack is and he has logic.
Sometimes too much logic. I'm like, hold up.
I didn't understand that. And does she have any reservations? She says no. The best time with Jack is away from this. She has nothing to say. She wants to leave. Let's go. And they walk out. She's pissed at John and the whole thing. She's done. She's out, and Jack goes with her. And Lauren's like, "Did they leave?"
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end of their bits. Next up on the couch is Lucinda and Timothy. Mel does them. They say that they're good. They talk 2 to 3 times a week. They bonded on a deep emotional level. Um, Lou says that they have a great connection. She sees him as a good friend. He makes everyone smile despite his loss. She admires that in him. Once he loves you, you're in his heart. He's a good bloke. I thought that she really has nothing but sweet things to say about him.
But did you see? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
But did you see the way the rest of the cast was looking at them? Like, do it, say it, say it. They were all waiting. They were all waiting for a declaration. They're like,
Yeah,
say it.
and he even says really nice things about her. I think he sees her as like a life coach kind of, but on a deeper level.
I would disagree a little bit. I agree with you in some point, but because I say that because he stumbled, he caught himself. He's like you. They because the experts were pressing him a little bit,
Mhm.
and you could see him kind of turn kind of red and kind of blush. And he started to say, "Yeah, we're on the right track," and then he stopped himself. I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, I think they wanted them to give the impression that there's more to come from their story when there truly isn't. And I think that's why he stumbled because he's not comfortable with the lie. He knows that there's no attraction there for him and Lou. Him and Lou have already settled that they're going to be best of friends.
I want to see. I want to see. I would agree with you normally, and I see I see what you're saying, but it's the combination of him and Lucinda. I'm curious. I'm just curious to see
Here's the
what's there.
thing. I think that their scene was re-edited as well
Mm-hmm.
because they realized that Lou and Tim, even though they didn't work out, they were the most popular couple. They had people engaged.
Mm-hmm.
They had like people rooting for them, rooting for Tim, and they also knew about the piece that was coming out this week on Tuesday
Mm-hmm.
after the show finished on what is it called in Australia? Extra it's something it's this news show that comes on in Australia, and he was the lead piece, and it spoke about him spending a year in a US prison for drug trafficking. And that's when his mother and brother passed away while he was in prison.
Mm.
So I felt bad for him. They knew what his whole dynamic was.
Right.
Um, I I don't think it was nice for them to make us think that there's something more coming for Tim and Lou. I just don't.
True, but I'm gonna keep that hope for myself. I
Mhm.
hope something happens down the road. I really do because they're a great match.
That's what they wanted to happen, the audience to feel that. But for me, I know that ain't gonna happen.
I, hey, I'll choose. Foolish hope. I'll hold on to. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna be the audience on in this point.
Yeah. Tracy, so basically what he said was, because I heard a bit of the clips from the episode. Basically, he was living in Canada at the time. He was at a club, and someone approached him and asked him if he wanted to learn how to fly a helicopter. So they paid him to learn how to fly a helicopter. So he had one specific route to go from a point A in Canada with a load of contraband to go to point B in the United States and drop it off. He got $200,000 for each successful run. And he did about 20 runs before he
Oh,
got caught.
okay.
So that's in the millions. And when he got caught, he got sentenced to 1 year in prison. But the sad part is, what really got him was that his mom passed away, and then the brother passed as well, and he was stuck in a prison doing for something that he knew he was wrong for, and doing it over 20 times. So okay, Tim,
How much was he paid per trip?
$200,000. You just added it up, didn't you? He got
Per
caught over 20 runs.
That's 4 mil.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
It was something like that. Was it 20,000 or 200,000? I can't remember, but it was a lot of fucking money. And I was like, so they just picked you out at the club, or was it what
Right.
they purchased?
Right.
Okay, but whatever. But that's Tim's backstory, and bless your little heart, Tim. Um, okay. But yeah, so after that, he went back home to lick his wounds, and I guess that's why his dad told him what he told him, and then reiterated it after death, with his father reconfirming that he hates him. Good Lord. What if the mother died from a broken heart of the boy being in jail?
It's happened.
Wow. Da, 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 da. Shillings asks if there's hope. Tim says for sure. It's not an ending, but the beginning of something. It's the beginning of you telling your real life story on that news program on Tuesday night. But bless your little cute heart, Tim. Schilling says that Tim's self development has been a joy to watch. Schilling says Lou has been wonderful to them and the entire group, and she thanks them. John says, after 10 years, blah, 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 the end of another fabulous fucking season of Married at First Sight Australia. 38 episodes of nonstop buffoonery.
It went by so fast.
Again, I like the 4 episodes per year. I mean, per week
Per
thing.
week.
It keeps it going at a nice clip. I liked how they did it this season. We start off with a commitment ceremony on Sunday, and by Wednesday we have a dinner party. It went well. I loved it. I loved it.
I can't wait for next season.
Same here. And thank you so much to dailymotion.com and the Dailymotion app. This is
Yes.
we are not endorsed or supported or anything by them, but thank you so much for keeping us up to date with really good quality videos of this trash box show for us Americans to watch in real time. Bless your precious little hearts for that. Let's see. Okay, so any interesting comments here? Married at First Sight, did not even know about it. I thought that's what they try to tell you, but it's on the same channel. Both of those shows are on Channel 9. They knew. But again, production is, what is it? Endemol Smalls, I think is the name of the production company over there. They are a mess. I keep looking to see who's together. Well, Jamal, do you remember the article that I sent you with regards to Ridge and what's going on?
I was just like, okay, wow, Ridge, all right.
Ridge got about 15 people pregnant, all while dipping and doing it with Jade. He's intentionally trying to get women pregnant. What happened to our wonderful Ridge?
Well, technically, it was before Jade, so we can't really be too mad at him.
You mean like right before they came into the experiment?
just saying.
And the text messages. Let me do it to you raw so I could get you pregnant. What? And that's how he's wooing the girls.
Right.
Jade. Maybe she was right to have the defenses up with him.
Right?
Cause well, her baby daddy left her while she was pregnant because he was having an affair with her friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ridge. I hope that was a lie. I really do. But then why did they cut them out? Because they were an intruder couple that made it. That rarely happens. Tracy, you saying that Ridge is a city boy D's? He more like a fuck boy. Yay. Thank you for being a member for 5 months. We really appreciate all your support of our channel, Tracy. You are a rock star. Sarah split. You mean Tim left her? I want Tim to leave Sarah. I do. But I know he doesn't have the guts to leave her, so Sarah probably left him. Good Lord. Yeah. It's just a whole mess. The show is a mess. No one is really together except Jack and Tori. They're still together. Jade and Eden, they're still together. Tim left Sarah, or Sarah left Tim. And who else? Oh, Ridge. Well, with all these extracurricular girlfriends and wanting to get them pregnant, and 2 of them were actually pregnant. And the timeline, the math ain't mathing. I'm not sure if Jade's gonna stay with him.
Right.
And that could explain why we didn't get to see them on the couch. But anyway, y'all, it's been another amazing season. You guys have been rock stars watching this, international show with us. We really appreciate it. You've hung out with us. I cannot believe this. It's over. It's over. Oh, thank you so much, Tracy, for the super sticker. We really appreciate it. Mwah. Oh my gosh. Guys, this was an amazing week, but I am devastated, so I am going to start drinking. Hold me in your hearts and your spirits while I mourn yet another season ending of my favorite show ever in life. I have to travel to Australia just because of this show. And I want to stay in the Sky Suites and take a black light and look for all the jizz that's coated all over the furniture and the walls.
I'm actually go back and start if I can find them. Start watching this previous seasons because the way they do the show is phenomenal. Like the U.S. one is such trash compared to this one. Like
the trick to this is that it starts out as trash. There's no delusion. We have no hope that any of these people are ever going to stay together, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Aww. Wait, hold on. You're laughing. Flower Pro. What are you going to do to keep us entertained now that the show is done for? Okay. Jamal, what did we say? We heard from the people. MILF Manor is a go.
yes, MILF Manor with our ex stripper Barbie at 45, who's now the marketing executive. I can't wait for this one.
And then the other show. What was the other show?
Remember, Caribbean.
Love in Paradise. Okay,
yes.
So next Friday, we're going to try to do some investigative work and give a preview of both of these shows. And then I think MILF starts first, or is no, or is it Love in Paradise?
I think MILF starts the 28th.
But who starts? So then it's the other one that starts on the 22nd.
Yes.
Okay, so then we'll start Love in Paradise and MILF Manor and continue on with Seeking Sister Wife. But Seeking Sister Wife only has 14 episodes this season, and we just did 6, so that's halfway done. So we've kind of plugged all of the holes for you guys. Okay. Hold on. What? Farmata says, I'm glad it's over. The only show I invested my time in. Well, we've got more trash for you, Farmata, so brace yourself. It was trash from the first episode. It always is, Susan. It always is. Tracy says, I realized Farmata said it yesterday, but I also want to say congrats, Jamal. Your journey looks like it's going well. Keep up the great work. You always do, but you look fabulous. Aww. You're so sweet, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
Where in the Caribbean does one find paradise? Barbados.
Barbados.
Yes, in Barbados. If this show stays out of Barbados.
Right. You see, I was going to say that you told them to stay out of Barbados. You banned TLC from Barbados.
That's right. That's right. Don't bother to come. We don't want you. Bring the trash. Yes. I need to start editing my videos dating back to October. What? You don't need to do that. You need to just hang out here with us. Oh my God. So guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful ride. Thank you for all of the new subscribers and the new viewers from overseas watching our little delinquent show. We really appreciate it. Hold on. When are we going, Debbie? Going where? To Barbados? I don't know.
I think Love in Paradise.
Oh. Or is that to Australia? Because I said I wanted to go to Australia because of this show. I don't know. I gotta find it. I gotta find out when I can go anywhere next. Is it on TLC? Yes. MILF Manor and oh wait, I'm not sure where. Do you know where?
I watched it on Discovery Plus.
Hold on, let me check. This. Come on. Love in Paradise.
Okay, so 90 Day Love in Paradise release date. The new season premieres on Monday, April 22nd at 8 p.m. on TLC.
Yeah, so on TLC, we'll all be able to see it. And if you don't, if you can't see it on TLC live, you can always see it on Max or Discovery Plus. Okay. Flower Power Barbados.
Yeah, she was no we going to Barbados. Is what I'm guessing.
I don't know. I don't know. I have more business to take care of down there, but we'll see. Y'all will know when I'm there. The background will be different. All right, y'all. So next week, meet us back here on Thursday for Seeking Sister Wife, and then Friday we'll do a preview of these two new stupid shows. Jamal, anything popping going on this weekend?
No, just gonna try to relax, watch a couple things on Netflix, see what's out there. That's pretty much it.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you again for joining us, and all of the new subscribers, all of our old members of our tribe. We really appreciate it. Enjoy your weekend. See you back here next Thursday and Friday.
Yes.
Until next time, bye.